right. Well, first off, thank you for taking time to speak with me. My name is Aries from Urban Bridges. How you doing?
I'm good, bro, man. Thanks for taking the time to interview us, bro. We appreciate that, bro.
Oh, no problem. I'm loving the music, so I'm excited. I'm excited for what you guys put out coming forward. That's why I need to ask
Thank you,
y'all.
bro.
But before we get into that, how did you all come together for Century to form the group?
Man, I keep a long story short, man, because it's got a bunch of twists and turns and things of
Okay.
that nature. You know how it is when you're dealing with groups.
Oh, yeah.
We worse than rappers.
That
No,
is true.
yeah, it's true, bro. Like it's worse than rappers. So um how can I explain it, man? So before we got CJ in the group, AJ together in a group, and we had a knucklehead in the group at that time, man, and he was just giving us a bunch of issues, and he wanted to be the center of attention. Just not a team player. So we were at an event one night, and CJ was there, and we was just talking to CJ, and CJ came over like, man, what's up, Leo? What's up, bro? I was like, oh man, we doing our. So the next night we had come in the room and hanging out with us in the studio, and then the other hardhead, he was in there too, and he just was just on his nonsense. So I told CJ, I said, look, bro, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna make some things happen. So we kept trucking along, man, and eventually I had to let that guy go. I had to let him go and his ego go, and he's still looking for a
Okay.
success. We'll just say that. So
No,
CJ came to CJ came to the studio the next day, man, and we chopped it up and we started working on some music, and everything was flowing well. And he was like, yo, Leo, check this out, bro. I really like what's happening. I like the situation. I want to be down. I was like, okay, cool. He said, it's only one issue. I said, what is that, Brody? He's like, man, you got to go talk to my moms. I was like, all right, bro. So, yeah, they church people, bro. Like they they
yeah.
they they churched out. Like, yeah, they don't play that. So I went over there. I was like, all right, set the meeting up, bro. I go talk to mom. So I went talk to moms. I let her know, look, I'm Leo. I do a lot of the writing and producing and stuff like that. I was like, and he gonna be good with me. And she gave me the rundown. Leo, look, I know this. Y'all can't do this. Don't do this. And I was like, look, this what we gonna do, and this what we might do, and this what we not gonna do. I promise you that. We won't be doing that. And she was like, okay, cool. So she's like, Leo, you giving me my word. That's my baby. I was like, I got him. I got him. So, she said it's a go. And hey man, we've been rocking, bro.
Yeah, it seems like it was organic. So,
It
hearing
was
about,
100% organic, man. 100%.
yeah, I love that. And then you guys talk about the new single Forever. I love that song, by the way. What made you
Yes,
guys
sir.
follow? No problem. What made you guys follow up Only Human with that one?
Well, so let me tell you about Only Human first. So Only Human, man, we had put out a few records previously before that. And when you're trying to get into the R&B fraternity, man, you got to go through the initiation downs. I don't like this. I don't.
Right.
Man, I'm gonna come with something that everybody has heard and listened to, and we're gonna really serve it to the R&B fans. We're gonna serve this to R&B Nation and see what they say. So we served that up to R&B Nation. As you know, our first #1 single on Billboard. So I said, you know what, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and start telling our love story. So
Okay.
our album is based on a love story. So Forever is an engagement song. It's about when a couple meets, that initial icing on the cake, man, the good times. Like if you've seen the video,
Mhm.
he's walking through the park, when he sees her. So it's like, hey, let's go have ice cream. Let's go catch a coffee. Let's go have a picnic. So it's just telling the love story, man.
Yeah, I love that you guys have like a plan, like, let's tell this story, let's do it this way. Because that's a question that I have coming up about the album. But being that we brought up Only Human, I have to say I'm an 80s baby. So my mom was a huge Jeffrey Osborne fan. And that is like one of my all-time favorite songs. I was just bumping the extended remix the other day, the extended version. But you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, Mr. They blessed us. Thank you, bro. Just getting the stamp of approval from him and Barry Eastman, man, was was real. You know, that was what really took it to the next level because when you're doing a remake of a Vocal Titan like that, I ain't talking about just no, you know, you talking about somebody that's been in the game and he gave us a stamp of approval and he liked what we did, man. He was like, yo, man, y'all slamming on this thing. And I was like, okay, cool. So that's what made it bring it to fruition right there too, bro.
Yeah, that was a well-deserved number one, especially to be the first one.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man.
And I have to ask about the Essence Fest because you guys is out the box. Y'all is like still green. You have to tell me about what that experience was like being on that stage with all those in the room with all those different artists, and you guys were just there, part of the lineup.
Man, you know what's crazy is when we got the call from the management, I'm like, yo, really? So just being back there, man, and almost just say this, catching the essence of being around people that you grew up watching sing and that you've loved, you've listened to their music, and just being a part of the R&B fraternity, bro. Just like when somebody comes up to you and say, man, I like your music, or man, you know, that's y'all that sing that song. And I'm like, wow. Like, you know, it's just truly a blessing, man. Just to, I'm not going to say be accepted, but just be a part of the fraternity and be a part of that R&B nation, be a part of that community that's putting out that level of music, man.
I love that. You touched
Get
on
a stamp of your peer.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
You know,
well, you touched on it about that,
bro.
Kind of having a theme. But number one, when can we expect the album? But what would you say the feel of the album is going to be overall?
Well, the album, I'm not going to put too much out, but the album is a love story. It's a love story between a couple. And, you know, in love has many facets. We got the I love you love. We got the where you at love. We got the why you ain't picked up my damn phone love. We got the let's go to dinner love. We got that we just left the club at 201 in the backseat love. You know, we got all type of facets of love. So it's basically a love story that we're going to be telling. About a couple. Okay. Something that segmentation of my mind. It's gonna be probably first or top of the second quarter. Going on. Vision with their vision, we'll team up. Yeah. You know, when you jumping into the major, when you're jumping into major situations, man, especially in today's era, the visions got to match up.
Yeah,
they got to match up. You know, so if we can come to an agreement, a match in agreement, it'll be definitely dropping the end of first quarter or top of second quarter for sure.
Well, everybody ready. And then I have to ask, being that you guys have had all this, you know, emerging success right off the bat, what's been like the reaction from like your family and friends?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. We got these plaques in, these number one plaques in us other day, and we was doing some posting and unveiling.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's just, man. So I can say this much, man. I've got a crew of cousins, my girl cousins. I got like 10 or 15 girl cousins. They're my listening crew. People be like, Leo, how are you so good at putting and writing the music? What I'll do, literally, I'll either invite my cousins to the studio, or I'll text them over the records. Like we got like a security thing. I'm like, yo, let me send you possibly 2 records and tell me what you like. So family's been pretty supportive. And you know, you're going to have the other ones that's not going to be supportive. But look, if you with me, you with me. If you're not, you know, keep it moving.
Exactly. I love that. Love to hear that. And then last question, before we wrap, what are some of you guys' goals, let's say within the next 3 years as a group and a brand?
Honestly, man, I want to be successful and drop consistent R&B music, and I've got to get a Grammy on my mantle. You know, I accomplished getting my first #1 Billboard record. That was one of my goals. You know, we've been on tour, been on the stage with Chris Brown, Usher, all the top guys. You know, we've, you know, brushed elbows with these people. So my next goal for the group, we want to get a Grammy, man. We want to be in the runnings to receive a Grammy. And, you know, once we get there, and that's not just about the Grammy. Getting that success brings a lot of other things with it. So
Oh, I
that's
know.
that's a goal, that like an award goal. But we're gonna consistently drop good R&B music.
Yeah, I love that. And then who would you say are some of you influences? And you can speak for some of the other fellas too. Just influences on the group as a
I
whole.
mean, R&B wise, it's Jodeci, it's Boyz II Men, it's H-Town, it's Silk, New Edition, High Five, Ideal, 112, Jagged Edge, Drew Hill. I mean, you can
Gotta
even
say my
take it
Twin
back.
Cities brothers next too. I gotta say my boys next,
Oh man, RL and the crew, absolutely, bro. That's my people, man.
bro.
Yes, sir. Him, T-Lo, yeah, that's my people, bro. Yep, I
Sure.
love them. Minneapolis own. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, that's where
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sitting
That's
now.
my people. See, I got my history together.
Yeah, I
Yes,
like that.
sir.
I like it.
Yeah, that's my people, man. I like that Minneapolis boy. The ladies. You know what's crazy? I didn't know they were that passionate about the R&B, man. I didn't know that, because when you think of Minneapolis, you're not thinking us. But it was we went through there for a minute on the way. I think we was either going to Chicago. I can't remember where we were in, man. We ended up having a layover and we ended up hanging, and it was a good time, man.
I already
Yeah,
know.
man. Yeah.
Then what's next for you guys as a group outside of the
Man,
album?
we got shows this weekend coming up, man. We just literally like the guy. We just got back in at some shows in Atlanta. We got a Christmas single we're dropping.
Okay.
You know what? I got some news today. Got a little Christmas record. It's not a Christmas record. It's a sexy record we're gonna
Okay.
put out here in the next month, and I'll make sure you get that. A
Definitely.
guy from the '90s had a really big hit. Really big hit. This guy has, he's wrote a lot for a lot of big people in the '90s and early 2000s. He reached out to us. Yeah, yeah. Hey, look, he major, man. I mean, he
Yeah.
does good.
I'm gonna say the
Um,
first thing that popped in my mind was Keith Sweat, but go ahead.
you know what? So I'm gonna tell you how close you were. He actually wrote for their group on the Tonight album. I give you
Okay.
that hint.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you that hint. That's all
Okay.
I. That's all
That's
I
I
got to
already,
tell you.
I already know his greatness then, but go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wrote on that album, man, for them. So on their Tonight album. So he reached out and was like, "Yo, man, who are y'all?" I was like, "What up?" So we started chopping it up, and we put something together, and he loved it. He's like, "Man, I want to be a part of it." I was like, "Let's go." So
Glad to hear that. But we looking forward to it, so there ain't too much further. Cool. And then before we wrap, is there anything else you want to share, Lee, with y'all's fans because they're continuing to grow with each day?
yeah, you know what? Y'all can follow us on all social situations. Century Music, Century Music, and just stay locked in with us with R&B. If you want to hear some, y'all can hit us on the IG social situations, and just be prepared for consistent R&B music. That's what we gonna do. And that stage set, when we come to your city, you want to come see Century. If you're gonna spend your light bill, your gas bill, your mortgage money, you're gonna spend your food money and on us instead of paying that, we're gonna make sure you get that show.
Yeah, I like to hear that. People got to get their money's worth when they come to a show these days. Now they'll talk about you on social media.
Yeah, they ain't gonna. Hey, look, they ain't gonna be talking about us because we giving them 100.
That's what's up. Well, I definitely want to thank you for taking time out, Leo. Like I said, like you said, I know you're tired from doing shows, so I appreciate you. I'm a huge fan of the group. Can't wait to see what y'all do
Thank you,
next.
bro. Thank you, bro. Hey, man, we're always around, bro. And we appreciate just the opportunity, man, to come on your platform. Thank you so much.
No problem. I look forward to having you guys as a whole when we talk about this Christmas song or album.
Oh man, it's coming. It's coming, bro.
All right. Well,
Yes,
you have a
sir.
good one. Continued success and blessings.
All right, bro. You do the same, man. God bless you, brother.